I met Ann Pava in early 2019 when I first stepped into this role. I was immediately taken by Ann's warmth and her generosity of spirit and her instinctual ability to instill calm. There is so much that I've learned from Ann, and if there's one lesson that I hold close in this upside down and often troubling world, it is to pause, breathe, and only then decide whether to breathe fire. This is a strategic approach that has stayed with me, whether responding incisively in the moment to a crisis or taking a more expansive approach, especially when it comes to building the field of Orthodox women Torah leaders. As co-founder of Micah Philanthropies with her husband Jeremy, Ann has invested boldly in strengthening Orthodox women's Torah leadership. Ann is a visionary leader, philanthropist, and tireless advocate for women's Torah learning and Jewish communal vitality. A founding board member of JOFA, she has spent decades championing opportunities for Orthodox women to study, lead, and shape the Jewish future. Her commitment to expanding access to serious Torah learning has transformed communities across North America and around the world. She has also been a proud investor, supporter, and partner in JOFA's Early Devorah Scholars Initiative, helping build the pipeline of women serving as Orthodox spiritual leaders in Orthodox synagogues. Ann's leadership is grounded in an unwavering belief in women's voices. A dear friend, mentor, I'm going to get choked up, and partner, she continues to open doors across the spectrum of Orthodox institutions, something that was really once unimaginable. Friends, Ann Pava.
Take my own advice and take a deep breath. Oh, hi. Hello, all you beautiful people. So happy to be here with you. So, 25 years ago, I made a new friend, a woman who would not only change my life, but the lives of thousands of Jewish women and men. Of course, I mean Blue Greenberg. When Jeremy and I first met Yitz and Blue through mutual friends, it felt like we were meeting rock stars. We had long admired Yitz's work and teachings, and Blue, well, she had shaped my life long before I met her. I had become Orthodox when Jeremy and I married, and my mother-in-law had given me Blue's How to Run a Traditional Jewish Household. I read it cover to cover. It became my Bible. Not long after we met, Blue called me and invited me onto the board of JOFA. What's JOFA? I asked. The Jewish Orthodox Feminist Alliance. And I said, wait, Orthodox women can be feminists? I was excited and terrified at the same time. Excited because I had always been a feminist, and terrified because I was secretly relieved that there was no role for me in my shul. I wasn't particularly learned, and I was still busy figuring out how to run that traditional Jewish household. So how could I do anything else? But I said yes. And that yes began a journey that so many of us in this room have lived. We were there at the beginning. We were rescuing Agunot. We were learning Megillah and organizing women's Megillah readings, creating women's tefillah groups. We fought to say Kaddish. We advocated for girls to learn Talmud in school, and we proudly watched as Orthodox women became shul presidents. What once felt bold and daring is now simply the world my daughter and granddaughters inhabit. What began as a group of brave revolutionary women became a movement, and that movement became a field of Orthodox women's Torah leadership, a field of women doing things we could only dream of. And the biggest, most unimaginable dream of all, Orthodox women becoming rabbis, leading communities. And now, our dreams are no longer dreams. Yeshivat Maharat opened in 2009 as the first Orthodox yeshiva to ordain women. This year, Yeshivat Maharat reached an historic milestone, 100 ordained women. In 2020, JOFA launched the Devorah Scholar Program in partnership with Jeremy and me and our family foundation, Micah Philanthropies. placing women Torah leaders in Orthodox synagogues. During our time with Devorah Scholars, we placed 11 women in 9 shuls. Just wait. And when we saw its impact, we created a full-time placement office in-house at our foundation called The Hub to expand this work. And if anyone's interested in hearing about our hub, you can call me or talk to me after this. Today, thanks to so many of you in this room, I am proud to share the following statistics. There are 52 Orthodox women in leadership roles in Orthodox shuls across North America. So, just so you know what that means, 52 Orthodox women in 52 Orthodox shuls. They come with smicha, master's degrees and doctorates in Talmud, Tanakh, Halacha, Judaic studies, and chaplaincy, having studied at Drisha, at GPATS, Nishmat, Maharat, YU, or Torah Stone's International Halachic Scholars Program, and other top universities and leading seminaries. They serve communities in 25 states, Washington, D.C., and Canada, from California to Texas, from Rhode Island to Nevada, from Toronto to Montreal. There are 22 Yoetzot Halacha serving 26 communities. There are 43 Orthodox women heads of school being supported by Prisma's Orthodox Women in Leadership Project, 10 in all-girls schools, and 33 in co-ed Orthodox schools. We're seeing a growing number of Orthodox women Torah leaders publishing scholarly books and articles, hosting podcasts, and becoming public intellectuals. And we recently learned something surprising. There are more shuls, schools, and institutions who want to hire women Torah leaders than there are women available. So we need to build the pipeline for the future. So one of the things that we're doing is we are starting our new Pava Center for Women's Torah Scholarship at Yeshiva University. It will be an elite honors undergraduate program designed to encourage young women to consider a career in Torah scholarship and leadership. So what comes next? Or maybe I should say, what do we need to be doing right now? I believe our moment, our historic moment, is right now. We are living through frightening, polarized times. Not only is our nation divided, but the Jewish community is divided. Anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism is at an all-time high. Families are so torn apart over Israel that some are no longer speaking to each other. And I believe that you, the women in this room, and others like you, will help heal our fractured world. Why? Why? Because study after study shows, and yes, ChatGPT confirms, that women bring leadership qualities the world desperately needs now. We are collaborative. We are listeners. We are consensus builders. We share power and elevate others. And we have something else. My dear friend Rabbi Sarah wrote in her Rosh Hashanah sermon, what the world needs today is radical kindness. A kindness that does not wait for another person to deserve it. Radical kindness is a deliberate choice to treat people with dignity, generosity, and patience, especially when it's hard, inconvenient, or emotionally costly. And I believe with all my heart that Orthodox women leaders embody radical kindness. You bring deep Torah wisdom, collaborative spirit, humility, strength, and a profoundly nurturing approach to leadership. And that, more than anything, is why I believe the world will heal, because you have stepped forward to lead. And the Jewish world, the whole world, are better for it. Thank you.